Hey YouTube, this is NJ Fullwider 5, and this is kind of not really a quick video, because you know none of my videos are quick, guys. Usually, I don't know if any of you guys got teenagers, but I have 3, and when it comes to phones, their plugs are always being, I don't know what happens to their plugs, but their plugs, their wall adapters always seem to go out. And my wife has her phone, and she used to like, you know, the fast charging feature she had on her phone. Well, it so happens that one of our kids' phones, the charger went out, and somehow they ended up with the adapter. Long story short, my wife didn't have her adapter no more, so every time she went to charge her phone, it took forever. So when she would go to work, she'd have like 40%, and she didn't really like that too much. So I'd give her the USB battery that I made not too long ago in another video. I'll put that link in the description. But it still wouldn't charge it fast enough because it only charged at 5 volts, 2 amps. I mean, it would charge, but it would take like, 2-3 hours to charge. So I got to looking into fast charging, did a little bit of research, and I found these little adapters. So I found these, and these are 3.0. I believe they have quite a bit of features. Let me see if I can look it up real quick on my wife's phone, of course. Alright, well, I found exactly where I bought it. Looks like I got it at I got it on Amazon, HiLetgo, I believe it is. I got $6.99 for 2 with same day delivery. These are supposed to, let me see if I can found the specs in them earlier. There you go. They support fast charging protocol, BC 1.2, iPhone Samsung agreement, Qualcomm QC 2.0 and 3.0, NTK PE 1.1 and PE 2.0. I'm not really sure how you would pronounce that. Huawei fast charge protocol AFC, Spectrum fast charging agreement SFCP. They're basically a buck converter of sorts. You put in 6 to 32 volts, and it puts out up to 24 watts, 5 volts, 3.4 amps, 9 volts, 2.5 amps, 12 volts, 2 amps, etc. I believe it goes all the way up to 24 volts. I didn't really need that with my wife's phone. I only needed 12.6 volts because I believe her phone, the highest it'll ever charge is like at 12 volts, 1 amps. After testing this, I seen on my little power supply that the board actually only uses 12 volts, 12.6. When I had it set at 12.6, it only used 1.2 amps, and I think the highest I've ever seen it go was 1.5. So I went ahead with the 3S 3P battery. It was kind of tight putting it in here. I found this was one of a power supply that I used on another project, a power supply project. I still had the box. I thought it was a pretty neat box that I could probably use, and I found a use for it. Right here on the side, you plug it into a 5 volt adapter, your car adapter. The boost converter in there it turns the power into 12.6 to charge the battery, or you go directly in the back with the 12.6 lithium ion battery charger. I made it pretty simple. Just a power switch, LED, so I keep track of the voltage. You plug it in the side, and that's about it. I threw this on the bottom just to cover up the little thing that gave the specs on the power supply. I wasn't too worried about the little light that they had on there. A lot of people like to desolder or add things to that so that they can see the light, but the light didn't do nothing. It basically just showed when it's on. I can flip a switch, and as long as the LED's on, I know it's on because I can see the blue through the USB. I did a little test with it. It charged my wife's phone. I believe it went from 60% to 95% in 30 minutes, which is pretty fast. I'm assuming that a full charge battery would probably take it an hour, because apparently between 0 and 50 it does the max of whatever it can handle. So I'm assuming that at max it's going to be 12 volts, however many amps, and then when it gets down to like about 50%, it drops down to like 9 volts, and then when it drops down to 80%, it drops down to 5 volts, etc., etc. But yeah, I just kind of a pit stop real quick. I just went ahead and made this for my wife so that she had something to fast charge her phone. I plan on, and in another video, I plan on using something like this, which is just a basic 5-volt adapter, and it looks like this may fit right in there. And I know with this one, because I've taken these apart before because I've used the insides, there's a little like guide in there, and I have a feeling that this is going to fit right in the guide. So all I'll have to do is solder the 2 wires onto the negative and the positive and slide it up in there, and that should be it. Yeah, and then she'll be able to charge, fast charging, on the go. But she also told me that she would rather have a wall wart, so I may take a 12-volt adapter or something, take it apart, and cut the wire, and put a USB in the top or something like this. Not with this plug, but with another plug. That way she has a wall wart instead. I may just buy another one and do both. As you can see in the video, or you'll see that I did a little bit I didn't do total crazy testing because there's a lot of that online already, but it does the job. So here's the build. Alright YouTube, that's my take on this QC 3.0 charger. I added more of my famous black vinyl to kind of cover up some flaws. I probably could have done a better job, but it'll get the job done. As you see in the video, I did some testing. It seems to work just perfect, so it should be able to work for our needs. I have a ton of projects coming up. I've got this other adapter that I may either put in a wall wart, something like this, so that she has a wall adapter, or I may put it in something like this. So I took one of these apart not too long ago, and took one of these apart not too long ago, and there's like a guide in there, and I think this is gonna fit right into the guide. So all I gotta do is solder the negative and the positive to it, and slide it in there, glue everything in place, and snap the top back on. It should fit just perfect. That's another video. Let's see what I got for you guys. Oh yeah. Let me show you. I got a boombox that I built along with my other Bluetooth speakers. This one uses a TP3116. This is the back, by the way. Those are two passives. All Dayton Audio, crossovers with Dayton Audio, and another brand I can't remember. I got passive speakers on the bottom. Yeah, it's a loud system, man. This thing bumps hard. It's got a lot of bass. I probably got about 15 to 20 videos that I need to edit. I plan on dropping those pretty soon. I've got tons of neat projects, man. I've been trying to knock out the projects as fast as I can before we move. That way, just in case it takes me a while to get set up, I have videos to, give you guys. I just gotta edit them. So if you want to see those videos, you gotta make sure to subscribe. If you have any questions about this project, or like always, if you have a suggestion, please leave them in the comment section. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I will check you guys out in my next video.